The radio never cooled in 77. Hooks everywhere, disco balls spinning, guitars talking back. We're counting down 15 irresistibly catchy tracks that still flip the nostalgia switch the second they start. Short stories, big feelings, true facts, and plenty of "oh man, I remember this." What were you doing in 1977? Let us know in the comments, and tell us your favorite song of the year. Number 15, Car Wash, Rolls Royce. Clock in, clap on. A day job turns dance floor fantasy. Producer Norman Whitfield wrote it for the film Car Wash, then built a band around the groove. He rechristened the group Rolls Royce and put Gwen Dickey, the Rose persona, front and center. Smart concept, smarter hook. Whitfield staged the studio like a busy lot. Stacked hand claps, engine-like rhythms, chatter tucked in the mix. The result gleamed like sunshine on chrome and felt tailor-made for radio. In January 1977, Car Wash rolled to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and introduced a lineup that had spent years backing Motown names. Guitarist Kenji Brown threads bubbles against LeQuan Job's bass, giving the chorus its bounce. Lighthearted on top, craftsmanship underneath. One spin and you smell the soap and steam. It's the sound of work turning into a party, proof that joy, when engineered well, feels effortless. Number 14, Undercover Angel, Alan O'Day. A behind-the-scenes writer steps into the spotlight and steals the summer. Alan O'Day had already penned hits for others, Helen Reddy's Angie Baby, when he recorded this dreamy after-midnight encounter, a bedroom apparition that proves real. Like a short film, whispered verses, a wink of mystery, and a chorus that lands like deja vu. Wonder is your nightlight, magic is your dream. The hook is candy, but the craft is sly. O'Day threads conversational lyrics over a soft backbeat and keeps the melody climbing, so when Undercover Angel Midnight Fantasy arrives, you're already humming. Radio bit hard in June 1977. It rose to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned gold certification. Here's the fun part. Beneath the novelty sheen is a pop engine, tight structure, clean modulation, a story that sticks. Put it on and the room softens. You're back at a glowing clock radio, chasing the last note before sleep again. Number 13, Blinded by the Light, Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like Bruce Springsteen's first U.S. #1 sung by somebody else. Manfred Mann's Earth Band grabbed his 1973 album opener, rebuilt it, and turned a folk rock riddle into a proper prog pop rocket for 1977 FM radio. Synths shimmer. Madman drums, bombers, engines in the summer with the teenage diplomat. They kept the tongue twister poetry but swapped engines, Minimoog swoops, stop-start dynamics, and Chris Thompson's clean, soaring lead. Lines were reordered so the chorus hits like headlights. And yes, it's revved up like a deuce, a Hot Rod 32 Ford reference. Everyone misheard it and argued for years. The groove's turbocharged. It hit #1 on the Hot 100 in February 1977, and also made the UK Top 10, the band's signature US smash. Springsteen quipped his first chart topper, arrived with another singer, and loved that it finally found its crowd. A cover that sounds brand new, quirky, huge, and built for late-night drives. Number 12, Don't Leave Me This Way, Thelma Houston. Don't leave me this way. Cover outruns its own blueprint and lights mirror balls. What began as a soul lament for Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes turns, in Thelma Houston's hands, into Motown's fiercest dance floor plea of 77. My heart is full of love and desire for you. Producer Hal Davis rebuilds the song like a runway. Strings rising, congas percolating, 4 on the floor kicking in right as Houston opens the throttle. It started as an album cut on Any Way You Like It, but club DJs wouldn't let it sit. Requests piled up. Motown rushed to sing dance floors, shouted back nationwide, every night. Baby, please, please, don't leave me this way. In April 1977, it hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won Houston a Grammy. Listen for the false stop breakdown band drops. She pleads, Don't leave me this way. Then the rhythm slams back like a door you refuse to close. A love song disguised as cardio. By the final chorus, you're breathless with her. Number 11. Southern Nights, Glenn Campbell.
Have you ever felt a southern night?
A Louisiana lullaby, sped up and sparkled. Alan Toussaint wrote Southern Nights as a hazy childhood memory. Cicadas, porches, stars through trees. Glenn Campbell heard the tenderness brighten the tempo, and suddenly the reverie could dance. He laced it with a banjo-like electric guitar figure and a touch of phase shimmer, a nod to the syncopated claw style he admired from Jerry Reed. Campbell's chuckles and off-the-cuff asides stayed in to keep the porch swing feel inside a single. Then came the hat trick. April 1977, Southern Nights hit number 1 on the Hot 100, number 1 country, and number 1 adult contemporary, a rare triple crown. It reintroduced Toussaint's songwriting to mainstream pop radio and kept traveling through movies and TV for decades. Close your eyes and you're back on a 2-lane road, windows down, fireflies pacing the car, pure twilight bottled in 3 minutes. Number 10. Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett. A daydream becomes a destination. Margaritaville wasn't just a single, it was a lifestyle in 3 chords. Jimmy Buffett sketches a sun-bleached scene so vivid you taste the salt on the rim and feel the flip-flops slap. Self-deprecating lines. It's my own darn fault, keep it human, not hokey.
It's my own damn fault.
On the charts, The Breeze blew steady. Number 8 on the Hot 100 and number 1 adult contemporary in 1977, Buffett's Lone Pop Top 10. Off the radio, it did something stranger. It built a world. Fans became paraheads. Beachwear a uniform that lost Shaker of Salt a mascot for an empire of concerts and, eventually, Margaritaville venues.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
The secret isn't just island lilt. It's detail tattoos, blender hums, a guy watching summer drift by, put it on, and the calendar quits. Traffic slows. The neon turns to sunset. Far from a shoreline, this song hands you one. Number 9. Baby Come Back, Player.
My nights, oh my money going out on the tap.
A breakup ballad that became a makeup anthem. Co-writers Peter Beckett and J.C. Crowley were nursing fresh heartache when they stitched this plea together. No posturing, just a confession. You can blame it all on me.
You can blame it all on me.
The record is soft rock velvet. Producers Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter keep the mix glossy. Ron Moss lays down rubbery bass, guitars answer the vocal like they're nodding along. Released late 77 on RSO, it slow burned the charts and in January 1978 hit number 1 on the Hot 100, knocking the Bee Gees' How Deep Is Your Love from the top.
Have you used up all the love in your heart?
Sneaky detail, the hook climbs a step higher each chorus. An escalation that feels like bargaining in real time. Maybe that's why it stuck. Honest lyric, immaculate pocket, just enough sheen to catch every signal. Put it on and the AM dial lights up. Number 8. Don't Stop, Fleetwood Mac.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop.
An anthem about tomorrow, written in a messy today. Christine McVie penned Don't Stop while her marriage to John McVie was unraveling. Instead of bitterness, she went brighter. Piano bounce, a grinning groove, and a chorus that refuses to mope.
Why not think about times to come?
Christine's percussive keys lead, Lindsey Buckingham answers on guitar, and co-lead Mick Fleetwood supplies a train on tracks backbeat. Call and response vocals make resilience sound easy. The lyric promises better days. The band makes them believable. Out of Rumor's Heartbreak came Helium. Released mid-1977, it climbed to number 3 by September. Proof catchy optimism outruns gossip.
So don't stop thinking about tomorrow.
It kept running, becoming Bill Clinton's 1992 campaign theme and prompting a high-profile reunion. But the heart is smaller, closer. A private pep talk turned public sing-along. Put it on and you can feel doors opening. The kind you walk through when you finally leave yesterday behind for good. Number 7. Sir Duke, Stevie Wonder. A tribute that plays like a parade. Stevie Wonder wrote Sir Duke after Duke Ellington passed, turning grief into celebration, horns bursting, rhythm skipping, and lyrics that salute Basie, Miller, Satchmo, Ella, and Ellington. It's built like a smile. The horn riff opens the door. Stevie's melody walks you straight into the party. He stacked the arrangement to feel like big band brass inside a pop soul single. Tight hits, dancing lines, and that hook, you can feel it all over. Released from Songs in the Key of Life, it sailed to #1 on the Hot 100 in May 1977 and topped R&B too. Stevie wanted listeners who didn't grow up with those names to feel why they mattered. Mission accomplished. Kids learned the names by singing along. Sir Duke doesn't just honor the past, it makes it dance again, so the joy arrives before the history lesson. Number 6. How Deep Is Your Love? Bee Gees.
How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your?
The quietest song on a dance-crazed soundtrack became its longest slow burn. While floors thumped to stay alive, this satin-soft ballad from Saturday Night Fever slipped in and stole hearts. No mirror ball required.
'Cause we're living in a world of fools.
Cut at Criteria Studios in Miami, the track shows the Gibb machine at full power, Barry leading in a warm register, stacked harmonies floating like candlelight, and the Gibb-Galutin-Richardson team polishing every shimmer. Keyboardist Blue Weaver shaped lush chords that make the melody feel inevitable, like it was always there.
You know the door to a very soul.
Released September 77, it hit #1 December 24 and spent 17 weeks in the US. Top 10. Radio wouldn't let go for weeks. Decades later, covers proved the song's architecture is bulletproof. Change the clothes, the heart still beats. In the middle of disco's neon, the Bee Gees' most enduring power was tenderness. Close your eyes and the room goes gold. Number 5. Rich Girl, Daryl Hall and John Oates.
You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Shortest song on our list, biggest attitude. Here's the twist. Daryl Hall wrote it about a guy, an ex of Sarah Allen, then flipped it to girl because it sang better. 2 minutes, 23 seconds of pop soul side-eye.
Money, you can rely on the old man money. It's a
Hear the clipped piano and stacked harmonies snapping like elastic. Producer Christopher Bond keeps the mix lean so the hook arrives fast and clean. Released early 1977, it became Hall & Oates' first Billboard Hot 100 #1 in March, quietly announcing the duo that would dominate radio the next decade.
rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Under the sass sits a smart structure, zero fat, perfect lift into the chorus. Then out. It's a masterclass in saying plenty, with very little. You can feel the late 70s pivot here. Blue-eyed soul getting sleeker, shinier, ready for the 80s. A kiss-off you can dance to in a chorus everyone still quotes without asking permission. Number 4. Dancing Queen, ABBA. 3 seconds to goosebumps. That piano gliss. Working title Boogaloo, inspired by Miami soul, then polished until the vocals gleamed like cut glass. ABBA even premiered it at a royal pre-wedding gala in Sweden, fit for a crown before it hit clubs.
Watch that scene, digging the dancing queen.
In April 1977, it became ABBA's first and only US #1. The magic is precision. Agnetha and Annie Fried double-track so tightly their blend becomes its own instrument, while Benny's keys float over Bjorn's guitar like confetti. Joy engineered, not accidental.
Leave 'em burning and then you're gone.
Hidden joy. The verse sits low, then the chorus lifts like a spotlight, finding you at 17. That's why it still detonates dance floors from weddings to grocery aisles. For 3 immaculate minutes, time behaves. You twirl, everyone sings. The room forgets how old it is, and you remember exactly how it feels to be the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Number 3. Hotel California, Eagles.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair.
A postcard from paradise with a bill attached. Don Felder's demo, 12-string sparkle, desert dark chords, became a full band fable about excess and entrapment. Don Henley's vocal sounds sun-tired. The story feels half dream, half warning.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Then the guitars talk. Felder and Joe Walsh trade lines, then lock in harmony for an outro studied like scripture. Released as a single, it hit #1 in May 1977 and later won the Grammy for Record of the Year. The myth only grew. Real hotel, allegory, both, depending on your speakers.
It on ice, and she said, we're all just prisoners here.
Secret sauce is contrast. Hazy verses, razor clear solo. Lyrics you can quote without knowing what they mean. Drop the needle and you're in that long corridor again. Chandeliers humming. The chorus drifting from the next room. You can check out anytime you like, but the groove and story tend to keep your keys a little longer. Number 2, I Just Want to Be Your Everything. Andy Gibb.
You and me been finding each other for so long.
The youngest Gibb floats in on a Barry-written melody that glides like a kite. It's disco-kissed pop, soft at the edges, with strings that sigh and a falsetto that never overreaches.
I just wanna be your everything.
Released spring 1977, the single owned the year 4 non-consecutive weeks at number 1 and Billboard's year-end number 1 song. Behind the E's is the Miami Machine, Barry guiding the tune, Albie Galatune and Carl Richardson shaping the sheen, players giving it gentle lift. Listen for the pre-chorus tilt. It leans forward like a heartbeat just before yes.
You and me been finding each other for so long.
Andy's star burned quick, but this record is evergreen. It's the bright side of 77's sun-washed, hopeful, catching feelings at the crosswalk. Press play and everything feels 5 degrees warmer, like the world just turned towards summer. For 3 minutes, crushes are uncomplicated. The sky's bigger than yesterday, and every chorus lands exactly where you hoped. Number 1, Best of My Love. The Emotions. A sunbeam with a backbeat. Maurice White co-writes and produces, bringing Earth, Wind & Fire's rhythm section to a tune that skips like a stone. The Hutchinson sisters stack harmonies so light they feel airborne. Summer 1977. It does the double number 1 on the Hot 100 for 5 weeks and number 1 R&B, then a Grammy to frame it. Hear the guitar's tight chank, the bass dancing the kick, the hand claps pulling you forward. Its arrangement as mood elevates. Pianist Clarence McDonald co-produces, keeping the pocket buttery while the vocals lift. The melody keeps returning home quickly, so the hook feels inevitable, the sonic equivalent of sunshine through blinds. You don't wait for the chorus, you're already in it. If 1977 had a color, this is it. Bright, generous, impossible not to wear on your face. Joy, organized into 3 minutes, made for hitting repeat forever again. 15 songs, 1 year, 1,000 memories, from car washes to cathedrals of California, from moonlit porches to mirrorball dreams. 1977 still plays like a perfect weekend. Tell us your favorite song of 1977 and what you were doing when these hooks first grabbed you, then hit play again. Some years are built to loop.